divorce is significant within the church in this day and age. Why is that?
Yeah, two things. I think I would say that it is much less in the church. And part of the reason for that is that in the world there is so much living together, as you've talked about. And the temporary nature of those relationships are not factored into those marriage statistics.
Yeah.
And so that's part of the reason why I would say that it's been falsely calculated. But having said that, we still ask the question about divorce and remarriage. According to Jesus, Matthew 19 and also in the Sermon on the Mount, he says that he forbids divorce except for the cause of marital unfaithfulness. So it seemed that Jesus allows for divorce when there is overt adultery, and he views that the marriage has been broken as a result of that. Divorce is then permitted according to Jesus. So it's usually called the exception clause. And then when you read 1 Corinthians 7, Paul adds one to that, and that could only be added later because at the time of Jesus, the church has not yet been formed. But now that there are followers of Jesus, and you have individuals who are actually married to non-Christian spouses, the non-Christian spouse says, you know what, the Christian faith is creating a great problem in our marriage because of your faith. I want nothing to do with you. In such a case, Paul says, when the unbelieving spouse leaves, and I think the leaving there has everything in the world to leaving as a result of their faith. Let them go, he says. They are no longer bound. They are loosed. The Greek word luo means that everything that would unite a husband and wife together, that binds them and does not allow for anything else to happen, is now been unbound. So we call those the two exception clauses. And given that the loosing has happened, as Paul says in 1 Corinthians 7, if they are loosed, then they must be also free to remarry. And so from my vantage point, when those two exception clauses are in existence, the person then is free to find another spouse.